Hey people, what's up? It's Jameel, and I wanted to touch back on what I was speaking about yesterday. I did a video on the M Live ad, and we were speaking about how I had went through a trial and I was accused of stalking and I was convicted of stalking, but at the same time I'm on the internet teaching people about organized stalking, more popularly known as gang stalking. And a lot of people are asking me like, wait a minute, if you're teaching people about gang stalking, why are these people on M Live, basically celebrating you being convicted of stalking, saying you were stalking some younger girl or whatever? There's a big misconception. Um, okay, so with the M Live ad, the M Live ad is saying I put flowers in a younger female neighbor's yard. And according to the police report and court transcripts, like I was never accused of being in anybody's yard. I sent flowers through a floral company known as Leaf Floor Shop A. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They're at 4210 Grand Haven Road, Muskegon, Michigan 49441. They're in Norton Shores. It says Muskegon, but it's Norton Shores. Anyhow, so I sent the flowers to the floral company, and when I sent the flowers to the floral company, um, at, originally they went to the wrong neighbor's house, and so that neighbor told them which house to go, and the flowers were like basically where the person had to accept them in person. They were never left, and the woman in the police report is stated as being 29 years of age, but I never sent flowers to the woman in the police report. She's 29. So in the live ad, they're saying it's a younger female neighbor, but in the police report, it's saying it's 29. So again, there's a big misconception. I sent flowers to a 21-year-old woman, which I had met previously in the summer of 2012, and at the time she was 17. So anyhow, I sent the flowers to the floral company, and eventually they came to the right house. They went to the wrong house across the street. They directed them to the house. And so the flowers were for the oldest girl living in the house. I had forgot the daughter's name, so I told the floral company to tell them the oldest daughter living in the house, and that would have been the 21-year-old that was driving a green Ford Taurus at the time. And so the girl in the police report, that's 29, she never even lived in the neighborhood. Like, she didn't even live in the same city. Like, even in the police report, she never lived in the neighborhood. I've never seen her in the neighborhood. The only time I ever seen this woman was at the trial. So, so, and then you got the timeline thing with Stephen Wordsworth, the obsoletist, who you see me yelling on the phone in the summer of 2016, I was talking about pulling a guy out of the car with the gang stalking stuff, where the people were found. It's a complicated situation, but Stephen Wordsworth claimed he called Silent Observer and reported me, and uh, okay, he called Silent Observer and reported me, but the obsoletist is showing my videos saying I was trying to pull the girl out of the car in the summer 2016, when you can obviously see, according to the police report and the court transcripts, they're claiming on their timeline that I tried to pull the girl out. It would have been at the end of 2015 or early 2016. So the timeline is completely off. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever in reality. And Stephen Wordsworth, the obsolete, he contacted me years ago, told me his name was Stephen Wordsworth. He was from Essex, England. His family was from Chatham, England. He wanted to do some interviews. I declined. He started making fun of me online. But my point being is he was given the police report. Right after I was arrested, he was given the police report. Then he was given the Spring Lake police reports from when I was 17, when I stole some beer out of a garage. And he came online and started twisting all the information around, exactly why they put him in the M Live ad. Lynn Moore put him in the M Live ad about me because nothing makes any sense. All the information's twisted around. So, and then I want to make another point. When I first sent the girl flowers, with the woman flowers, I went on YouTube and I did a video with a guy named Rob Got the Air called Treb Channeling, and we did some interview called The Flower Girl. I was explaining the situation that was going on with me, and then the police had come over to my house and they said, the girl doesn't live there anymore. You don't have to send flowers. That's so funny because they knew that means the police knew exactly who I sent the flowers to, because the girl in the police report that's 21, I mean, the girl in the police report that's 29 never lived there. So the police said, you don't have to. The police said you don't have to send flowers anymore. She doesn't live there. But then the girl in the police report, 29, never lived there. So they knew who I was talking to. They knew who got the flowers. So all the information is just like completely twisted around. And so that's why, like, people are emailing me saying, you were in some girl's yard with flowers, younger girl's yard, and you were stalking some girl. If go watch all my YouTube footage in Muskegon County. I'm the one. People, they're like in this area. There were people being paid to follow me, to harass me. Matter of fact, I got phone numbers of people who were texting me death threats, emails. So you'd be surprised. Like, I even have witnesses, people who explained to me how they were approached by other individuals to fuck with me and stuff like that and harass me. Like, it's crazy. And so the M Live ad and the court trial it's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And my trial was a 2-day trial, and none of it. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. I think, see, my trial reminds me of Jeffrey Willis's trial, because Jeffrey Willis at his trial, he was accused of trying to kidnap some 16-year-old girl, and he kept saying he didn't know who the girl was. He just gave a girl a ride, and they said that he kidnapped her. And then I remember Jeffrey Willis originally got arrested on the Rebecca Bletch case in May of 2016. Jeffrey Willis originally got accused of murdering Rebecca Bletch. And that's so funny. When I came out with my beat gang stalking videos, my beat gang stalking courses, that was when he first got arrested. Then in August of 2016, I got arrested. Then in September of 2016, he got charged with the Jessica Haringa thing, of kidnapping Jessica Haringa. And I was watching his trial, and none of it made it. Like, I was listening, because I knew at my trial I was innocent. And I was listening to his trial, and he kept saying that he didn't even know who she was. And he was saying, like the prosecutor, DJ Helson, wouldn't even look at him, and the detective who arrested me, Detective Kyle Neer, I was looking at pictures of him on Jeffrey Willis's, like all these same cops were involved with the Jeffrey Willis stuff. And I was sitting there looking at that, and Jeffrey Willis, when he was first arrested on the Rebecca Bletch murder, his first phone call was to a Norton Shores police officer. He knew all these Norton. So I'm like, what the, like, none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense. I feel the way I got treated by people, like, harassing me and the threatening phone calls I was getting and stuff, I think it's connected to somebody who was involved with that Haringa girl getting kidnapped. That's how I feel. I'm not so sure, because Jessica Haringa's mother, Shelly Haringa, she said she didn't feel that Jeffrey Willis kidnapped her daughter, and she still wants to find her daughter. And I was like, wait a minute. And I went to the Haringa family page, and they're like, we gotta find Jessica. Jessica still could be out there alive. And I'm like, what the hell? And so I'm like looking through. Then I found out Jessica Haringa, like, all the people at the Exxon Mobil gas station were involved in dope and stuff. And there was something about a secret phone and all this stuff. And I was just like, man, this stuff is crazy. And, there's something going on, and my name has been getting trashed, and like Stephen Wordsworth from Essex, England. What the hell is he doing in a Muskegon Chronicle ad, and he's on YouTube, like, on the other side of the world? So people like are looking at me like I'm some sort of like people are looking at me like I was actually stalking somebody, and I was the one being harassed the whole time, you know, so the insanity of it all.